though. Honestly, I think we are because I lost connection to my browser. I couldn't turn Oksana's mic up. It was just like everything. Okay, we're live now. So hopefully
Okay,
this
we're live.
works. I really do hope it works.
Okay.
Are we live? Does it say? Okay.
I'm gonna
Hey
take a
guys,
look right
welcome
now.
back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. Today I have with me back again Oksana. I have with me Melissa and Oksana. They're both really good friends of James Rink. And today they're going to be talking about like SSP truth, timeline shifts, 4D reality. I wrote in this special episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast, we honor the life and legacy of James Rink, a pioneer in uncovering the secret space program and MILAB experiences. Joining us are two individuals who knew him personally: Oksana Buchanan, SSP experiencer and former Dark Fleet operative, and Melissa Downard, a multidimensional healer and intuitive channeler. Together, we'll explore the impact and legacy of James Rink, his last wishes, timeline shifts, transition from 3D to 4D consciousness, SSP memories, and spiritual awakening and soul mission activation. And a little bit more about them. Oksana Buchanan is a secret space program experiencer and former Dark Fleet soldier who recalls working as a mechanical support operative on an advanced spacecraft systems. She reports involvement in the Mars Defense Force and Crystal Gate program, where she experienced consciousness transfer into a dolphin form. Oksana also worked within covert underground facilities as a telepathic translator, facilitating communication between extraterrestrial beings and human personnel. A close associate of the late James Rink, she is part of the broader MILAB SSP experiencer community and shares her testimony to shed light on hidden programs and multidimensional realities. And Melissa Downard is a multidimensional intuitive healer, spiritual channeler, and former emergency nurse with over 20 years' experience bridging science and spirituality. She channels guidance from angels, spirit guides, galactic beings, and loved ones who have passed, offering clarity, healing, and soul level insight. Her work includes energy healing, hypnosis, guided meditation, intuitive readings, and mentorship designed to help individuals reconnect with their higher purpose and inner guidance. And and I believe I put their websites in here somewhere. I know Oksana is her email is marinamyguide@gmail.com, and her YouTube is at Oksana Buchanan or Oksana Buchanan regressive H8097. And Melissa, because you're gonna I don't have do I have your I don't think I have your links in here. I got to put them in here, Melissa. But you can tell the audience. But Melissa, Oksana, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. And how are you guys?
We're good,
Yeah,
thanks.
we're both
Oh, did I cut out there?
you did a little bit, but you're back. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're okay. I'll let you know if it goes out for too long.
Yeah, let's
Technic.
everybody know that every time we're trying to connect with Rob and now with
Oh,
Melissa also, like something happens with
Technical.
connection,
Yep.
it's for a reason. It just shows you the Matrix doesn't want us to connect, doesn't want us to share and
But
what we have to share with you.
me and Oksana do want to
I
share how
absolutely agree.
yeah, over the last few months
Yeah.
through certain experiences we've become great friends now.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Who'd like to go first, Melissa, or whoever you guys would like to start?
Melissa can go.
You
Yeah,
want me to
she
go first?
started.
Okay. I start. Sure. Yeah, just share that over the last few months, Oksana and I becoming great friends, and through James Rink. But connecting, we're both sensing and experiencing the changing of the energies and the energy shifts going on in the world. We both have felt lower energy, fatigue, certain different aspects of things coming in, and not and we're in like different parts of the world, and I'm feeling different areas of the world, all feeling these different energies coming in. And so Oksana and I, we've been checking in with each other, um, about these world events, what's going on in the world, of course, 4D, 5D stuff, and 3D stuff, because it's all in relation to each other. But yeah, we thank the beautiful James, who, after his we connected, we become friends now. And we just share the light, share what's going on in the world, and connecting. And then, of course, now we're connecting with Rob again. So thanks, Rob, for bringing us in again. So that's just a little introduction, what's bringing us here today. And there's a lot more going on, but we're just going to talk about the basics today. And because we're grateful for this connection, it came in a really weird, absurd way, our connection, and other things to talk about. But we're very grateful for the connection. We both share the same kind of heart, kind, giving, want to help people. So that's where our energy comes to together today, and we continue to chat more in the future, and maybe we talk about doing energy work together and like more hypnosis work and getting, I would say, getting more intel of what's going on. I've actually had the opportunity to do more QHHT sessions and really cool stuff coming in, galactic stuff coming in. There's so much more that I know, Oksana and Rod, like as experience and I, but there's just certain new things coming in, and I'm excited to do more QHHC sessions, but like find out what galactic stuff is going on. What am I going through? What's my soul gone through? So it's like I already done past life regressions for many years, so I know I've done a lot, but so much more galactic stuff is coming through. So I'm excited to perhaps even dive in deeper and discover even more galactic stuff going on, and even my connection with James in like from the world of beyond, like he's come through showing things of galactic things and the work he's doing now in the universe. It's and ever it's pretty incredible. So that's what me and I want love to explore along with Oksana. So you go ahead, Oksana. Now you chat.
By the way, I just wanted, before Oksana goes, I just wanted to tell you guys I'm definitely still here. I just switched over to my phone for better connection because the connection on my computer was horrible.
But your
Like, I don't
audio
like
is
the
ringing.
on my phone, so I'm just going to use this image. Like, but I'm still here and I'm still with you guys and everything. But, like,
Okay.
it's
Just
just
to let you know, your audio is ringing, like there's a ringing bell behind it, Rob, and nobody can hear. It sounds like a train bell.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like some mechanic noise.
Yeah.
Well, let me log out and come back in on my phone again. I'll just do this one more time and then I'll be
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Probably think
Yeah.
the computer. Yeah,
This
well,
is
give me.
worse. This is
Sorry.
worse.
Well, I see some octopus holding the microphone for Rubs, and he's like trying to distract. He's like in between three of us. We're taking him out right now. But what I wanted to, since I can talk now, right?
Yeah.
Mention that James comes to me usually those times, like I said today, 10:10. I asked him if he's here. Yeah, he said, and people don't understand. There was a comment on one of my videos when I was sharing the message James shared with me on my channel. One of the people said that, oh, Oksana, you're holding James here, down here, but it's not like that because we are holographic. you know, and we can be everywhere at the same time, basically, and we're mind connected. It's like a mind grid. All the lives you have in parallel to all the universes you're connected to at the same time. So I can be with you and connected to James and many other people who are not even present in physical anymore. He told me there's a mixed, so all the timelines got mixed up because we're at the finals of the you know so basically, as I understand, any artificial universe, like they made this universe artificial after the big takeover, after all the intergalactic wars. I participated in wars, like, and that's precisely why I didn't want to participate in
Oh dear.
SSP.
I'm still here,
Oh
but
yeah.
they're still
Yeah,
here, guys.
and
Rob's having more technical difficulties. Oh my god.
I know, I know. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people like don't want us to be together, and you know how we got to know each other, because certain people told me not to connect to you, but like persistently told me not to connect to you.
Yeah.
And that's when somebody tells me this, I actually try to connect to that person I'm told not to. um and but I'm also thankful for those people who told me not to connect to you, because that was like the passageway for us to get together. So
Yep.
either way it works out fine. But
Yep.
James told me that all the reason why people feel very like it's almost like some pressure from the head down. My clients tell me that their bones hurt, their joints hurt, their body hurts. They feel like they need to lay down all the time, and it's not typical for them because they're in good shape. They exercise, they do sports like I do, and they take naps during the day and a lot of
Yeah.
times awake at night, or wake up precisely at 3 in the morning, And what I found out, we wake up at 3 in the morning because our soul, our subconscious wakes us up at the time at 3 in the morning. That's when the entities usually try to siphon your energy and attack you. So your subconscious sees when they try to attack your physical body, get the energy out of you, and wakes you up. So you kind of like on a bungee cord bounce back into the body and wake up. You know how you wake up like, oh, like that. Actually, my youngest daughter
That
this
hasn't.
morning woke up at exactly at 3 and woke me up. And like she's never done this, she's only 10. But it's because she had like dream and she was talking in her sleep and her subconscious wanted her awake so she wouldn't get attachments during the sleep phase, because when your conscious mind is off, that's when they use the opportunity. The same thing, like be careful whom you connect to and you deal with in daily life, because I've experienced it in my own it's just been my own experience. Basically, when you talk to wrong person who has a very bad, like let's say demonic connection, low frequency connection, right, like some demons or some other malevolent beings, it affects you big time because you immediately become a great member of that person's electromagnetic field, and things start happening to you. That's how you know. You either suffer from anxiety all of a sudden, or you physically start hurting yourself, or accidents start happening to you. And then you have to look backwards and figure out who's causing this.
What connection? Yeah.
After like you start talking to this particular person, that's when it starts happening to you. But what James told me, so basically all the timelines got mixed up right now, and we experiencing all the events programmed in each timeline at the same time. That's why all the wars, viruses, other problems are going to be happening at the same time. Um, and the destruction of the old is brought, as you know, by Trump, and it's gonna continue. So it's gonna break the old system, and what we need to do, we need to start thinking the new ways. People who think the old ways that they can trick others, lie, play their games, it's not gonna work anymore. It's all gonna be opened up in front of
It is.
like either
Yes.
way.
Every.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's why,
It's
it's
coming.
not worse for me talking about anybody, even hinting to other people, because as you understand, a lot of people would try to use James's name in order to do something to become popular, famous, whatever, seen on stage and all that. But um, people know how to discern because we're opening up from inside, so we're gaining insights from our subconscious. Our subconscious shines through us more and more, and all the synchronicities happening every day to us, and we kind of like read people through, like
Y-
really clearly we feel who
Yeah.
is truthful, who is not. So for this reason, I just stay truthful to yourself. And because see, there's this program of the physical still playing in the game, that we need to stay afloat in order to provide for ourselves. And a lot of people use this as a reason to play games, to have double faces. But it's still not gonna work because you're always provided by the your reality that you create by being truthful, and
Yep.
that's how you stay the closest with your subconscious, with your soul. So you'll never be left alone, you'll never be. And right now we are going to be more connected than before. And you hold the platform for people to connect through your, you do this meditations and stuff.
I sure do.
And
Yep.
right, so people get a chance. Even like when I teach a course, people go to my course and they connect with each other, they become friends, and they continue doing stuff together after. afterwards. So everything that we do is for a reason. Like even the group I have on Telegram, I don't really show up there much, but I explain to people I created it for you to connect to each other. And it's actually private, so you have to email me first and ask me for a link because I scan your energy before I let you into that group.
Me
I
too. I
don't
have to do
want
it with my groups.
spies.
Yep.
I don't want spies. I don't want
Or
negativity.
Zoom bombers or anything. No,
Right,
it still
right.
exists out there. It always. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So James told me it's gonna be rough and tough, but you're gonna be watching and observing, and you have to be prepared mentally and emotionally not to react to a lot of things happening before your eyes. Um, but because it is happening for real to other people. It's not like some people say, "Oh, Oksana, it's just a movie." It's not just a movie because physical bodies are creation of the matrix. They're part of the matrix. Therefore, they interconnect. Our electromagnetic field of the physical body is interconnected and built in to the electromagnetic fields of the matrix. There are many of them because there's like software disks. So there's astrology disc, a numerology disc, everything that our personality, everything's encoded into us before we're born. That's how you can do a horoscope on a person, and a lot of things would match up because these are the programs of the matrix: the horoscope, the birth date, the all the stuff. And James showed me that they created, those mechanical things, sometimes the balls that they never stop, they go back and forth, back and forth. That's how they put the planets all around, and they incorporated moon in there. So they disrupted the original solar system and they made it into artificial. They incorporated a lot of configurations of stars to affect us and reprogrammed the planets. You know how the Saturn affects us, the moon is totally fake, of course, in observation deck. I saw when I was at the moon with James in one of the sessions we did together, there's like a huge um, barrel almost looking thing with souls stuck inside, and there's tons of pipes sticking out of it, and they siphon that energy from the souls, and it goes into all the stations where aircrafts are like parked. It's almost like a gas station thing, like a
Oh,
big pump. Yeah,
I've
and
heard things like this, like, but not quite like that. And it's like there's so much stuff coming out now about this, the false matrix, the archons, the moon, the false moon.
right.
And I'm someone who has many theories out there because I hear so much, and I take it all in. And I can still every day go on. There's like three theories here, guys. I still don't know which one. There's just so much. But more and more, I'm hearing more and more stuff about the moon, the archons, the negative energies, the aliens, what on the moon. I mean, that's been going around for 20 years, but more and more, like what you're saying today, it's like,
Right.
wow, I still discern everything that comes to me. Because it's some things are still new to me, but then it's like, well, no, I've heard that again, and I've heard this again. So I kind of listen to see what the heck is going on. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So our old stage is being disintegrated, and that's why we feel all the emotions. Sometimes you feel super sad and nostalgic of the old days of your childhood. It's because the old programs are being released from your body, and that's how you feel. Sometimes you feel like your left side of the body hurts or your right side of the body hurts. It's a release of the programs also. Um, because we're being cleansed by our subconscious and by the energies that coming in and out. We're like antennas. We are intercepting everything at the same time. That's why some days, let's say, the malevolent beings are being very active and we feel them. Or other times, the golden portal from the original golden sun is more active, and we feel very good and light all of a sudden, and younger and energetic. And it's every day. Is you never know what's gonna come tomorrow anymore, because it's like, you put we're in a giant cube, It's like James showed me his cube,
Oh,
his
the Neo
meditation
Cube. Yeah,
cube.
yeah, yeah. I meditated
Yeah.
with it with
And
them.
he
Yep.
said, well, imagine you are inside a cube like that, but it's holographic and it has programmed realities. You're going through programmed realities right now, all of them at the same time, because in order for them to finish up and get to the finish line, they have to run a course. It's the weirdest thing, but it's like we have to speed up the time. That's why the days feel so short, and
Time is
go
fast.
through
Yep.
right, and go through all of these events at the same time real fast in order to not only wake up and understand that only basically he said only 20 to 25% of people have souls, the rest don't, or
And
they have partial artificial or artificial
I keep hearing
entities.
about that too lately, more and more. And it's like not like there's Dolores Cannon days where we all hear about the walk-ins or this, that, and the
Background
other.
people,
Yeah.
she said.
So I'm still trying to make sense of all that and put things together. And when I hear
Yeah.
you say that, because you've said that before and I've heard that, I almost trying to take a step back in my life and say, okay, what people feel artificial, what people feel more real. And I try to, go in and discern and feel that because certain people
Well,
definitely feel real, like super, like real connection, soul connection. And others are like, well, mind you, even time shifting and changing. It's like there's no connection there anymore, or it's dwindling. So yeah.
right. And you know how to know that you're real? I mean, every time I go somewhere, like I go to the beach to swim, and there's always, like, imagine nobody's at the beach, just me. I go to water, swim, I come back. There's literally five people put their blankets all around me. And, like, come on, people, there's so much space. But they want to siphon energy from me, you know? And like yesterday, I was standing with my daughter, and somebody comes up to me asking me some strange question. I'm not gonna voice it because it was the strangest question.
Okay.
But and I looked at that person. It's just like blank, like almost like a glass eyes, you know? And I'm like this, and he's like that, and he just walks away. And it always happens only to me. Like if I'm walking on the street and there's a bunch of other people, they would come to me to ask for directions, and I never know directions. You
I'm
know
same
what
way.
I
I'm same
mean?
way. Use your GPS. Get your GPS out. No, I'm getting better, but yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
how you know.
I find I'm the one that people will come to as well. Like for positive things, good questions as well. Like, and I do notice that more. It's there's when we have to every day remember to shift and to put ourselves in a say I would say a positive timeline, positivity, because it's easy to slip back out, but having that intention, it's work every day, but to get out there in the world. And I find like one day, like a couple weeks, I was at the grocery store, and one man was just asking me sweetest questions about the oils on the food in front of us, and it's like you just feel there's like a connection there. And then another lady who was actually checking people out was openly said that she thinks that she's got a brain cancer, like, and she's helping people out, and it's like she's worried, she's nervous, and it's like I've come with a nursing background and I help counsel people. It's like I just had to reach out and say, listen, and she's talked about being dizzy, and I said, listen, two things that could be going on here. Vertigo is very, very common right nowadays. What you're describing sounds like vertigo. And of course, go get checked out. You always want to rule out the worst things. But secondly, right now, every other person I meet is now talking. I feel dizziness. I feel vertigo. What's going on? Because I've gone through it myself. And it's like there's energies
Me
changing in
too.
the world. You got to pay attention to this, take care of yourself even more. And I've met great therapists who can help with vertigo symptoms as well. So, but I still have some dizziness stuff, and it's like
Me too.
the
Yeah, very
energies
out of
are,
line.
yeah, are changing. So stay in that positive mind frame. The lady literally reached out for help, so I'm like, in the grocery store, like, yeah, I'm gonna help. Oh,
I got a
I'm
question for you
back.
guys. Do you guys think, and is my volume better now, or is it? I kind of wanted to just give you guys time to.
You're still
Horrible.
ringing
It's
back
really
like you talk, and it's
terrible.
like interference, like joo 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 joo.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I think we're getting messed with, guys. Honestly, I really do. Like they're trying to mess with us in
Yeah,
every way
we're
possible.
talking.
But
This is what we're talking about. This energy. Yep. Lori.
I'm gonna mute it and let you guys keep talking because everybody wants to hear from you guys anyway. And then I'm actually gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try to log on to my laptop. I have 3 different devices. If that doesn't work, then
Okay.
I don't know it. But yeah, I'm gonna mute it and I'll let you guys go. But my question was, do you guys think we're going through ascension symptoms? And I'll let both of you answer that. Yeah.
That has been the conversation for the last 20 years through my connect. Like when I started circles, before then, when I had my own teachers that were teaching me, we had our sacred circles, and this is what we've been talking about for years. And then every couple years, oh, this is happening. Oh, disclosure's coming, ascension's coming. Oh, this is happening. It's coming. Then a couple years go by, nothing happens. But energetically, we're moving, we're expanding. We all feel it. Well, me and Oksana, we talk about, even though there's positive and negative feelings of what's going on, there's always going to be duality, but we talk about the war, what's being exposed. This is all coming up for a reason. And just like we talked, it's just coming up to be cleared, cleansed, get rid of this. Oh, we've lost Rob. Are you there, Oksana, still, or no?
Yeah. It says that everybody
Okay, there
can
we go.
see me.
Okay, good. But yeah, like, so once again, we hear theories, stories, we feel like we're doing this, and then something changes. It's like, well, there's no solar flash or solar flare yet. They're talking about this for years, so we're looking. But energetically, we're seeing that the Schumann resonance going off the charts. So these things, there's energy moving. The Earth is being affected. We all are being affected. Planets all around us are being affected. So that's where
Right.
my aspect comes from. And once again, the energies we're feeling, the dizziness, the shifts, the tiredness. I've heard different theories. Ascension symptoms. Other people said, "Oh, it's 5G. All these energies and the chemtrails are all affecting us."
But
So
that's
they're two
happening
very
at the same
plausible.
time.
It is.
That's
It
the
is.
point that James made. Like everybody who says whatever they say it's true. So you can't say that that person saying non-truths and that one is truth because he says all of the
It
theories are
is.
truths, but they're happening at the same time because they were programmed into the reality to see which way we would go. But the problem now is the program is malfunctioning. The cube, the computer on its own, is malfunctioning because since we're connected, we start waking up and we started absorbing the knowledge, sharing the knowledge. And and plus there's, like he explained, there's a lot of groups, malevolent groups of alien groups are fighting with each other over who's going to be in control of what, which group of people, and it's just a grand mass everywhere.
And
That's why some people tell me, "Oh, Oksana, sometimes I feel like I lose like vertigo or like ground is going away from my feet." I said, "Because you're very sensitive, because literally the layers of the matrix that are overlaying the original Earth are shifting all the time." And that's why we're probably going to see mild earthquakes, maybe destruction of building or cracks on the buildings,
they say the earthquakes
instability
is
of
still
that
going on.
surface.
There's
Mm-hmm.
a an app that, well, it's not an app, it's a thing on Messenger I've been watching for like the last year. It can, and hang on, I can quickly tell you because it above, oh, it's called Above the Norm News Updates. They just show videos, whatever. Every day there's talking about the uptake of earthquakes all over the world. So that's, to me, we're the last 5 years, maybe a little, like this awakening, like it's been broadcasted as this. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like looking for like scientific proof and stuff, like physical proof. So there, it's there. The Earth, the shifts are happening. It's that. So I see that every day now. I don't actually, I'll be honest, I don't look at it every day. I can't. It's too much. But once or twice a month, I say, oh yes, okay, I guess this is happening. But then again, I want to stay positive and manifest the future I want, like to be in that higher vibrational energy. But then again, there's so many theories. Once again, it's still out there. The planet Nibiru, the 12th planet, whatever, it's coming around. It's going to cause a pole shift. But then others say, well, no, the pole shift's not going to happen. There's positive beings holding it back. It's not going to happen. We're not going to have a pole shift. But
Well,
there's solar flashes, ascension, boom, like you there's so many theories out there what's going on. And that's what I would, one day we'll go in and we'll get more intel, whether it's through hypnosis or channeling.
but
We got to get more
James told
intel
me,
what's going
James
on.
told me about this, and he said pole shift is happening, but slowly. because you know how he tells me short sentences, so I get like each time a couple sentences because it's happening slowly. As I understand, also like what they scare us with or try to famine, you know, lack of food. Some areas are completely covered with water. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be in more like in slow motion when people are gonna react and you know, and or people gonna help each other, stand up for each other, things like that. Like
Yes.
it's just impossible to create famine for the whole for all the countries. It's just, you know, they're trying on purpose to kind of like go take us into that
But
timeline, but it's not like he told me nothing what they're saying is gonna be exactly how they're saying,
exactly.
including there's not gonna be 3 days of darkness, no like internet non-existent everywhere, you know. It's just we're switching from one system to another, which is gonna be perfectly functioning also. But we can have malfunction here and there, of course, you know, like some countries already had like the internet not functioning for a day or two max, but not what people think. um, and plus the 20% or a little over 20% of people with souls and who woke up, let's say, or still waking up, there's different stages. That's why I'm saying like all people who do different things in the field of awakening, as long as you don't follow completely the new age stuff, you know, because I see a lot of people are still trying to balance their chakra systems and stuff, and they don't realize that chakras are artificial implants put
See,
into
that's
our
the part
bodies
I
on
know
purpose.
you've talked about that. I still have a
Yeah.
hard time understanding that because to
Tony
me,
Sayers talks about it a lot, and he
I,
removes chakras in his sessions also, like I do, and
I remove
people feel
energy
much
blockages
better.
with chakras. I believe
Because
that
chakras
energy
are like,
blockages.
yes, they are like, it's like somebody tries to dissect your perfect energy, because you're like one blob of energy. Somebody tries to cut it into sections, calling it chakras, coloring it different
Yeah,
colors. It's been, see, the reason why I started studying it because Corrado Malanga, who lives in Italy, he's been doing it for over 15 years, and he travels around the world to give lectures about it and about a lot of stuff. And he's the one who created the method I do in my sessions. Even though he used to put people in trance, but I put myself into trance for a client. So a client can ask questions. I'm the one in self-hypnosis and they listen to me when I connect to their soul, what their soul tells them through me, because people just don't want to go into hypnosis. Understandable, fine, you know, I'll do it for them because I'm just like, that's my ability. I use it for people to help them that way. But if people want to go into trance, I can also do induction and they can go. You do QHHT, I do a different, it's Italian school of, which I do incorporate QHHT a little bit sometimes into induction, the Loris Cannon way, if the other induction doesn't work. But Dolores Cannon induction is more guided. Mine is more like non-guided. I give all the so basically I let the client choose for himself or herself how the way she or he wants to do it,
yeah,
and it's always a choice. Like the same thing, let's see, we see attachments or implants. What do you want to do with them? Do you want to ask the entity to remove them? Do you want to remove them yourself? Do you want to, if it's a blob of energy, what it is about, what kind of feelings are there? Do you want to transform it into something beautiful and send it to the
J-
through the
yeah.
portal, or do you want just remove it, destroy it, whatever? But you can completely destroy the energy, you can just throw it out, you know, can transform it into something. But it's up to you what you want to do. Um, And so we all go through stages. After you woke up, you went through stages. I try to convince myself in a lot of things according to New Age. I try to convince myself, believe in angels, believe in this and that. It didn't work
I
for me.
I think they're all
So,
ETs. They're like they're
yeah,
divine,
yeah,
but their abilities, but
yeah.
their DNA,
Demonic
their
beings.
DNA is different than our DNA. Um, but hence also we know our DNA, we have much more, we can say abilities or human traits that we're just not privy to, that we don't use because we
Right.
weren't like one thing I do understand is that of course the East, like the Hinduism, like they were trained, mind you, that's the thing, the Chinese medicine, the meridian lines, they all grew up with thousands of years of this knowledge, where us in the West here, we usually through our awakening, through suffering and stress, that we seek out healing. And then once we seek out the healing, whether it's meditation, chakras, or hypnosis, or um what's the other one, reiki, um that then we open up to all this. And yeah, it's a broad awakening. I forgot what I was going to say about something, but I know your chakra thing, I'm still have a hard time understanding that one, because to me, I learned, I love the Hindi way that they talk about the chakras, the energy of our prana, our life force, our kundalini. That's all something that we all, I think that's what we all should wake up knowing, like our energy life force. um, but then I still understand, because I studied the human body with anatomy, physiology, and nursing. I can relate our chakras with our organ systems, and how we can
Certain
receive.
centers,
Yeah, yeah.
like
We
nodules of energy.
yeah. So we know we have energy blockages. Our emotions and the hormonal chemical reactions affect our physiology. They cause
Hmm.
these proteins and cells are opening, or they're not opening, or they're sending in positive hormonal chemicals or negative ones. And that's how our health is affected, because it's all our hormones and chemicals are all affected by our emotions. And that's creation of our energy systems. So to me, I go in clearing these, and I believe the colors do represent attributes of ourself, and whether they're positive or negative, how can we heal that? So that's me. Bottom line is, how can we heal these energy blockages? Are generally from emotional, hormonal and chemical
Right.
imbalances. Yep.
Well, in my sessions, my clients just I offer them, imagine your energy hands, take it, form a ball. You can draw a portal in your energy sphere, throw this ball of emotion through, and get rid of it, or transform it into something beautiful like butterflies or whatever flowers, and
I
send
like
it
that.
off.
Yep.
And it's up to you to do whatever you want to do with it. The most important thing is to identify what emotion it is, and to sometimes you have to live it through or connect it to some certain event in your life from which you accumulated this. But see, that's what I'm saying. We all go through different stages of understanding, and to me, there's like no, mm, because there's multiple truths
Yes.
and
And there's
multiple realities, and we all base we decode reality each and every day, and it's all based on our own experiences, based from taken from other lives on in other universes also. And that makes it complicated, and that's precisely why they created this construct, knowing that we would never agree with each other on everything, and we would always fight with each other because we see things different ways. But that the whole idea
yep.
behind how to make us fight with each other, and in this never ending emotional and physical, suffering of and fight. Therefore, they can siphon away energy of that fighting
It,
and not
it,
understanding each other and opposing to each other.
it,
Just stupid, but
it is.
we
There's something.
understand.
There is something new as well. Another friend who's been a Reiki master for years and taught Reiki, a dear lady, and I spoke to her. Like, I hadn't talked to her in like about a year, but we touched base again a few weeks ago. She's studying something called Marconics now. It's something about, once again, it is about chakras, but it's the way she describes it, it's cleansing everything out, like gone, gone, gone. But she says this is interesting and this is different for her because she's had different training. Now this is brand new. She's older than me. So she has a new concept now, but she goes a different form of energy healing she's now involved in. But once you do this, this is what she's telling me. You don't go back to Reiki and you don't go back to channeling because this is once again theories, but it's a higher vibration you're in once you cleanse. You don't want to drop your vibration to go back to Reiki or channeling. That's just a theory. This is what she says. And
I
I'm
agree
like,
with that
I'm
because
like, well,
channeling, you channel entities from 4D, and a lot of times they represent themselves as higher frequency beings. They lie to you in order to get your
but
attention,
then I
to
say so many
convey.
people are being duped then. Like I said, well, being duped
Mm,
then because like even when people sit down, they can channel a book. You channel when you do play music.
well,
Everything is a
that's
form of channeling
different.
because the field is all around us. Everything is
That's
here in
different,
existence.
yeah. But the
So
Reiki is, I see it as a big egregora. For the past 8 years, all the sessions we've done with clients, and I see dragons controlling the Reiki egregora. So therefore, whoever does the Reiki, and the whole idea of going through ceremonies of getting higher and higher on the hierarchical ladder of becoming a master, um,
I
that
just
to
call
me,
opening
with
your awareness. But yeah,
all the science, I feel like it's a hierarchy. To me, nobody is better than the other. Nobody is a master and higher than me or you. We're at
no,
the
just
same level
awareness.
no matter what we do. But I don't like the idea of ceremonies, and then science and all of this. But that I'm saying what I see. I'm seeing that there's certain like even behind Bashar and other channelers, I see a bunch of malevolent beings siphoning energy of those who believe what they are saying.
Oh wow.
Not saying that, but they give you 10% of truth and the rest is non-truth. So people who hear it, okay, well, but that was truthful, but to confuse you and to make you believe them. The same thing
See,
like when people connect to angels, a lot of times they would help you in the beginning to make you trust them, but then some things will go bad in your life because, well, they will start using you for their own benefit.
see,
So
I don't feel that so much because I guess I've just if anything if there's any time that something negative that could be popping in, I'm like no, like because you just know, like no. So, but it mind you, 20 years ago, I probably wasn't that strong to push that stuff away. So that, and I teach that too, that you need to your psychic boundary, like you need to work on your psychic protection and stuff as
to
energy
trust
workers.
yourself,
And yeah,
yeah.
and know that we have the power. So when I do my channeling, it's not like it's to me, I find I channel meditations, but it's healing. It's taking our bodies and ourselves through something where we can heal and release and to feel better. And to me,
You
that's
connect to yourself, to your own
yeah,
subconscious. It's kind of
yeah.
like my friend does tarot cards. Tarot cards is an egregor machine also connected to malevolent beings. But she uses the cards as an instrument
Instrument
to
tool. Yep.
connect to her soul, and so she channels her own soul. She doesn't channel the beings. So it's how you
Oh,
look at it, and knowing the information, you can use it in your advantage.
I have to show
So
this
that's a
again.
deal.
This is fun. This is my friend who channels, but intuitive and stuff. Years ago, she did this. She's an artist too. She channeled this picture. At this time, it was a French monk named Jacques, and I was learning about essential oils. So there's a plant book there. So it really validated that. But then this being came through, and to me, it resonated Pleiadian energy. This lady, but no name, no nothing came through. But years later, we're sitting down. It's like Judy, let's go into work. Let's see what shows up. And next thing you know, she starts drawing this woman's coming through again. It's been like 3-4 years since we first talked.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts coming through again. And just like you said about our higher selves, she goes, what first came out was I am that I am that I am. And then like this word like name Ayana was coming out. So I was trying to put these pieces together, and then she was explaining, yeah, this is all connected to your higher self, which is all part of the Christ consciousness, which is we're all connected to. And she goes, But you humans, you want a name and a picture of and a face identity of everything. So she goes, this is what we're showing you, this is your higher self. Yeah, this is my connection to my Pleiadian energy, but it's all her higher self. So just like you said. So yeah, I
She
love that.
channeled her own self,
Yeah.
yeah, in the
So
other dimension, like I do.
yeah, that's so
Myself
that.
on Series B, myself on Series A, myself on Series
Yeah.
C. But I have different bodies there. But when I need like myself as that old man, I come to myself. If I need myself as a merman, I actually connect to myself as a merman when I swim in the ocean every day. So it happens automatically. That's why whenever you are feel connected to the forest, to this or that, it's definitely because your soul is pushing you through the connection to that particular, going to the park, hugging the tree, staying in water. That's how you open up that connection to your own true self, and from which you can receive information. You go in meditation basically
Yeah,
when
just
you
like you
feel
say, you're walking
connected.
meditation. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's just a intuition and awareness. Like, I always joke
Hmm.
with people, we come to this awareness and awakening through usually pain and suffering because we're looking for healing, and generally, a regular doctor might not provide us with this emotional healing that we're seeking that could be related to our physical problems. So, yeah, then so I to me, I always share that the more we do this work of the cleansing, of the work on ourselves, we just open up our channels. So our awareness, like
Hmm.
to that, the higher being, is just always there or easy to connect to. Because we all have this connection, but it's your subconscious. How aware of this connection are you, and how are you, how often are you paying attention to it? That's the idea. So it through the meditation and the practice work of energy clearing and the work we have to do. And
Right.
some people, and I have some friends who they're very, I call them, they say they're very, very holy people. No meat, they don't eat meat, they don't drink alcohol, um many things, especially like if they're going to do a healing, to say you're going to go Reiki healing or this energy healing or even
Yeah.
a quantum healing, you don't have sex, eat meat, or do drugs or alcohol for 2 days before and after this, because we want your system to be clear and open to connect, to commune with your higher self. And if you're doing the drinking and eating meat and you're having sex, and that's all related to our energy, then you're not going to be
That's
in that
me.
space
Yeah.
to be fully in your awareness to reach your higher self connection. So
You
I
know,
I have teachers who are totally holy, but I'm not that holy. So go ahead, Rob.
it,
Yeah.
it, and people say that. Can you hear? Can you guys hear me better now?
Much better, much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the laptop. Yeah, I was gonna say people say that when you're trying to have an out of body experience as well, they say that you shouldn't eat a lot of meat because they say like the meat can make you heavier actually, like kind of
Yeah.
in a way, or like
Changes our vibration.
it can densify your body as far as like trying to go out of body. So they say like when you're going trying to go out of body, you should always eat light and you should always like, yeah, I've heard that about that too. Have you guys heard that as well?
Oh yeah. Oh, everything with anything to do with our spiritual energy body. Yeah, that's why the yogis over in India, they live for so long because they're the monks. They're in that state of just being. They're not actually they're fasting all the time. And us humans, I understand we should be fasting more often. So yeah, they're in the
Yeah.
fasting state. They're not having sex. They're in the pure thoughts of meditation. So their awareness is connection to the all knowing, the void, the quantum, the ether. So you're in that no meat, no, like our sexual energy is so powerful. So
Yeah.
if you're not just throwing your energy away every day, then you're using it for your personal power. So yeah, no sex, no meat, no alcohol, no drugs, and being in that state. That's why the yogis and the monks, they do the experiments with the MRIs with the monks. They go and stay in that particular brainwave longer and longer, and they can reach higher states where automatic healing can happen, and this has been documented. I'm still looking to do all that stuff, like myself, for my with my hip and my back stuff. But yeah, that's the key, Rob. Yep, that's the key. We all have to be like monks every day
Yeah,
and
I
just
wanted to
And
touch on. I want
can
real
I
quick. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Oksana. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, the thing is, I never liked meat, and at the age of 16, I said I'm not gonna touch anything that made or from animals, and I'm still like no fish, no meat. It makes me feel sick, and I felt this in when I was little, that's why. And when I was 16, that was the only time I tried alcohol, champagne, one sip, and made me feel so sick. I cannot when people like I smell alcohol from people who drank it from far away on the street. And I just like hate the smell of beer, any alcohol, any toxic anything. I smelled when people wash their clothes with Tide. I'm across the street, I smell their clothes. It's so
Tide is
tough
it
to
makes
be
it's
this
allergy.
way.
Yeah.
It's very hard to be this way, but I'm super sensitive to everything that is not natural. So I only eat fresh fruits and veggies and nuts and beans. That's all. Like other food makes me sick, especially lately. I noticed I used to eat like a little Parmesan cheese. Even that started making me sick. So that it tells me that the energies are now on the rise and we vibrate, the frequency is higher. And
Yeah.
I feel like my soul is filled up my body so much that I only need to eat a little bit of salad, like everything fresh, and I feel as if I ate 3 meals already with one meal a day,
Wow.
So, and it's getting more intense. But it usually gets more intense before it falls down and the new reality opens up. So we're going through crescendo. We reach the boiling point, I feel like, and then it's gonna all kind of fall apart into different timelines with all the people being kind of like separated and living through the different events. Right now, we're kind of going
Hear Rob
through the
typing.
same.
Oh,
Rob
I'm
typing.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
hear you typing.
Yeah, and some kids are already born. Like two of my daughters, they
Me
never
too.
liked meat. I mean, their grandma used to try to give them meat, and like my son eats it when he wants to buy it. He bought like shrimp yesterday. But my girls and me, like, we don't eat meat, fish, any of this. We just don't have taste for it. Uh, you know, they don't even know how it tastes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like, she always refused since birth. But my daughter, she's done when I was a telepath working for one woman in Switzerland for a year as a telepath doing sessions with her clients. My daughter did sessions too, but she did investigation sessions at the child level. She was 9 years old. She would, ask you questions about dogs, cats, connect to those, how they showed up on this planet, what they're supposed to do, things like that. So she always had this psychic abilities.
My
And
it's
my other daughter too. So the more,
Yep.
if your child refuses heavy products like animal products, don't push them. That actually means that your child has psychic abilities. Your child is, special. You
very
just have
aware,
to
open.
let them
Yep.
tell you what they see, feel, because they're different from
That's
others.
my
Yeah.
daughters. My daughter's like that too. She's actually can handle meat. She'll start eating if she'll try it. Can't do it. It's been like that for a couple years. Like she'll try it, can't do it. So I
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
it now.
One thing
I
I
still
wanted to
like
go
meat.
over with you guys was what do you think James's final wishes for? What do you think James would want to see in the community? And like I'm not sure if I went over that with you guys, and like maybe both of you have something different to say, but like what do you think James is to kind of honor James and keep his legacy alive? Like what do you think he would want to see? And like and yeah.
He's his one of his messages were things will arise, things will come up, and things will be shown for the truth of even what's happening the last few months, like of everything. Things are being shown. They will be shown. The truth will prevail. But honestly, when I think of James now, after he died, I got this beautiful vision of James, beautiful, transparent James outside his place with all the colorful trees changing. So that's honestly, that's the energy I hold in my heart. And that's what I just imagine being projected out. That healing, the love vibration, it's just health and healing just out to the world. So that's where I feel like where the remembrance wants to be as well. But he just wants to, he always said, I just want to help people, people who've been through trauma and pain and suffering. So that's where I really related because that's how I want to help people too. So ultimately, wrapped up in a nutshell, that is because he went through a lot himself, personal life, business life, things. So I just want to share that to help other people. You need help, you're suffering. What can we do? Um, And just, yeah, there's so much vastness in this community. And it's incredible myself. Like, he's opened my, like, I'm Canadian. I know some Canadian people. I went to a meeting a few weeks ago with a Canadian group that I didn't know existed until a few weeks ago. So it's great. There's part of a vast community, and it's an awakening. It's all part of this awakening, just like Oksana and I were talking about. It all comes back full circle. This is all part of the awakening, personally and in a broader picture for him. He's expressed things in the personal thing that things are going to come to light. The truth will be shown. So that's good. We're waiting for that to come out more. And but then, of course, the bigger picture. Let's just all work together, guys. We're here together. So your turn, Oksana. And I have to go in about 10 minutes, just to let you guys know. It's 11:11, guys. 11:11.
Yeah, it's interesting because I just remember what he told me when I was talking to him, and I said, I made a decision. I'm leaving the board that you put me on it, and you asked me to be on it for his Healing Souls organization. He said, you're following your heart because you know the truth. A little later, not long from now, everybody's gonna heal themselves. What I've done in my life, being present and physical, it doesn't need to be taken over by anybody. He
Yeah.
said, because that can only create fights and misunderstanding. So you stay away from all of this, and just the right people will be sent to you, like I used to send them to. He used to send me people all the time, clients, who would email him. He would send their emails to me or give them my email address. And he said, but they're going to come to you. And everybody has their own people, their own souls. They promise to help in the 4D. They come to them directly. You don't need an organization in order to help. You
Yep.
know, you know how
He,
it magically happens when you need somebody to help you. That person just shows up. You see it on the phone. You see it somewhere advertised, and you connect instantly with
yep.
that person.
I believe that. Yep.
So yeah, nobody's right or wrong. There's right person for you only. There's always like that. And people who come to you, I know every single client from a different lifetime, from a different planet, from a different, like, I know that soul, because
Yeah.
I
I
love
see
that.
it.
Guys, I know you got to go soon, Melissa, but I wanted to ask you guys real quick that some people think that like there was that James. I got to ask this, and I'm not being disrespectful to James, though, but like Beth and Karen in the chat wanted to know: do you think there was a clone in James's at all, or James had a clone? Like, I'm trying to ask it the best way possible. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Like,
I I know that there's clones of us probably in this lifetime. I know that's come through before too. We all have clones, but to where and when in this timeline where there are different clones being put in, put out, I don't know. Actually, I would like to go intuitively and get that answer. I've never done that. But knowing James the way I saw him in a more sick, like wasn't as well. Like his spirit seemed strong, but it was his body that wasn't as strong. So with that, and I come with a nursing background, the physiology I follow with the states of disease, I get it. So the thyroid stuff, that stuff, to me, I saw it physically happening to the physical body that he was in.
yeah,
So with
yeah,
that being said, we also know that there's many factors, once again, many theories. Emotions, hormonal reactions in our body create dis-ease, energy imbalances, cause changes in the physical. That was happening for years. That was witnessed. We all could see it on videos. He deteriorated.
yeah,
And I've witnessed that for over 25 years working in emergency. We see the way disease states affect our body. Now, the cause of this disease states, that could be that's another topic of conversation. Energy attack stuff making the situation worse, but there was already a problem there. Did other things make it worse? Maybe. But I know this went off the question about the clone, but was that I don't know. I saw different personalities in James. Even the last little bit, there was
It's
different
alters,
personalities. Yeah,
different
coming out, like
alters.
totally different with me, and then totally different with other persons. Like, wow, what a difference that is. So I'm for the most time, I saw the nice, helpful James. I did see a frustrated James a lot of times. Then I did see the James that I'm dying James. So it's so to me, could he be? I don't know. What's your view on that Oksana? Like, when was there a clone change? When? I don't know. What?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people. There's one person I brought to him, my client. She helped him with the website. And she also agreed that there was alters of James. Sometimes you talk to him and it doesn't sound like him, doesn't act like him, it's totally not him. I did a session like a week before he passed for
Yeah,
him. I posted it for a couple days on my channel, but then I put it down after he was gone because I felt like it was too personal. What I saw, it was a one point that was programmed on his timeline when they activated his thyroid disease. They turned it on. It's like almost like epigenetics, you know? After he went on some mission, it was turned on because they needed him completely to be used in those, off Earth missions. And they started literally slicing his organs. And I
Oh
told
my
him,
god.
James, I see your body and I see overlays. By the way, I'm not the first one who saw overlay his organs were overlaid. I think Marina Saren knows about it. We've done session even with Marina too, and with McKenna we did. If I talked to Marina Saren after James passed. We talked about what's going on in the community, how people fight with each other over who's known him better and all this stuff. It's just stupid stuff.
I
But
know. I rise above it all.
basically,
Yep.
his organs been overlaid, and they started slicing them to create a lot of clones of him, and that's why he started deteriorating so badly so quick. And that's happening in 4D. So I said, because that's happening in 4D to you, James, it's happening in the physical, but you need to completely disconnect from SSP. You need to completely disconnect. That's what I did myself years, long time ago. And
Yeah.
I think at that time it was too late. And plus, he always wanted to be doing missions. He always wanted to be connected to SSP. That was his life. And I've known him for almost 6 years. I kept telling him, if you don't disconnect from it, he said, how can I disconnect if I do shows all the time? He would get reconnected because there's a lot of people who came on his show were agents of SSP. They were recruiting him back. So let's say I've done a lot of sessions, personal sessions for him. I would disconnect him from a program, all right, Mars Defense Force or like a Black Fleet or whatever, Dark Fleet, and he would get reconnected because some agents would be sent to him, and that's that emotional connection, that kind of fake friendship connection reconnects you. When you start dealing with the person, that's why a lot of people sometimes are sent to you when you make this big decision in life to disconnect from something, to bring you back, to lure you back. And that he was in this, you understand? It's like they created his life to serve the SSP people, to talk about it. And that was the biggest hook that destroyed him, his physical body. And so he was completely belonging to them. So when they wanted to take him from the physical, they could do it because he was vulnerable through that connection to SSP programs, unfortunately. And I mean, so you always have to remember there's a physical part when you have to be at the hospital, and taking pills or whatever. And there's also energetic part you have to
Yep.
work on. So
Yep. There's
both. You
both.
cannot do
Both.
just one.
Yep.
And it unfortunately didn't work because Melissa tried to convince him to take care of his body, but he wanted to get off the pills. And
Yeah. I know. I
at
just.
that stage of his disease, it's a very curable disease. You must understand. You can read about it online. You can live all your life with it. You just have to take medication.
Well, no, he
But
would have
if
needed
you
likely a
just
liver
let it,
transplant and a change of like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
whole life would
right.
style would have
It
changed
was it
because
was
yeah.
it was so bad at that point because he didn't take care of it
And you
that
know what? The
nothing could
last three
help
months,
you.
Yeah, I'm going to say the last 6 months probably was very stressful, I would say as well. Stress plays a huge part in the body. And yeah,
Oh
and things
yeah.
have started to go. But I'm going to have to wrap this up from my side of things. I want to thank you guys both. It's been fun. Let's get together again. Let's do this. And because I wrote a few things down, like let's get and tell on this. Let's go in and let's see what we can get through, and maybe we'll come back and share it again.
Yeah, I
Because there's
gotta
so
go
many.
too. I got an appointment I gotta go to. Yeah, but do you guys want to tell everybody where they can find you? And thank you guys for doing this. This is awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah. I'm
Thanks
Melissa
for
T.
inviting
Downard with
us.
True Beings of Light, Intuitive Healing. My website's www.truebeings.light.com. You can find me. I share my meditations and some channelings on my YouTube. I think it's under Melissa Downard on YouTube. And I just help people through healing, through awakening, and sharing the love with these guys, just like this with these guys. So there's that. And then, and then there's beautiful Oksana. Very grateful for being connected and friends now. And
Yeah,
Rob.
that's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and post my sessions with clients there and some updates, energy updates. You can just Google, I guess, put it on search Oksana Buchanan and you'll find it. Or Rob, you'll probably put links, right? Because it's kind of the YouTube keeps changing the you know how they keep changing the name of your channel somehow? I don't know, it happens to me all the time. But people also say that I'm shadow banned, so it's probably better for you to put like my email address, Marina my guide at gmail.com, and also YouTube channel link under your video. So that's the best way to do, because people say when I Google your name or like put it on search on YouTube, I don't find you.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I'm also on
You've
Yeah.
got to
IG.
work on your SEO. I'm learning all about more business things. I'll be honest. I've actually been getting some business coaching because the whole platform of stuff, I don't know. I didn't go to school for sales, but I'm learning so much more SEO, business, this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, I'm actually slowly progressing, working on this behind the scene business stuff. It's crazy, but
Oh,
it's getting there. Yeah. But
All
I'm
right.
gonna say good night now. Thank you. Good morning. It's still morning.
Yeah.
And we'll talk soon, guys. Okay.
All right. I'll see you guys later. And thank you,
Thank
Oksana.
you.
Thank you, Melissa. And have a good night, everybody.
Thanks.
You
Take
too.
care,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Good night,
Thanks,
guys.
Melissa. Bye.